I've been really busy with a fair few things these past couple of months, hence this sort of late book review, which is a throwback novel which was way back in 1981 by the late great Nelson DeMille, what with his current sad passing. I decided to, in honour of Nelson, dive into one of his earlier books called Cathedral, which was at the time of writing pretty controversial, what was going on in Ireland, what was called the Troubles, I believe. What with all the incidences of the attacks by the IRA and other sort of splinter groups. The plot of this book is that on the holiday of St. Patrick's Day, IRA terrorist Brian Flynn takes control of St. Patrick's Cathedral with a whole heap of his loyal followers. Among his hostages is, according to the book, a woman who used to be a terrorist, an associate of Brian, who's now a peace activist. One of the enemies. I'm sorry if I'm reading according to the plotline. Is a Irish American cop who has to responsible for stopping Brian amongst all the stuff that's going on, the inner politics, and as an added twist, a British intelligence officer. The good guys, among them the cop, Patrick Burke, they have to hatch a plan to rescue the hostages and stop the terrorists, and have to deal among a lot of sort of challenges, booby traps, etc. And what I find fascinating is, I reckon it's not all black and white with the good guys and bad guys in this book. There's, there's a lot of grey elements. Everyone's have got their own sort of motives with what they're doing. And the characters are just so fascinating. It's 600 pages plus, but a very, very solid read. I think this is a character-driven piece. The characters are what make this book, and how everything builds up. Everything keeps building up, chapter by chapter, to the epic conclusion. I was just so engrossed by this debut. It's an oldie, but still a gem of a read. It's a classic, and it's still enjoyable no matter how old. That's what I believe. I reckon A good book like this will never sort of have a time limit. Definitely check this early piece out. You'll be sort of so drawn into it. My next book review, I'm not sure when that'll be, but I'm currently reading something that I really wanted to read from my TBR pile from one of my favourite authors. Hopefully I'll get it up as soon as possible. Either sometime this year or maybe early next year. You never know. Like and subscribe to my channel, and also look for me as the voice of the best thriller books, where there are always fantastic book recommendations. Hope to see you soon. Take care.